quite a display on the field as he ran a 40 in 3.72 seconds. That's faster than Usain Bolt.
Luke Cage. How the man for disrespect Usain Bolt now? You're not faster than Usain Bolt, you know. Man, I'm saying faster than Usain Bolt. You know me have to correct it.
Luke Cage. I'm saying faster than Usain Bolt.
I never said that.
Lesson here. Never disrespect Usain Bolt in front of Jamaicans.
Walk good and walk out the air.
Luke Cage Season 2 was so great because it wasn't just about Luke. It was stacked with characters that you cared about, whether it was love or hate. This season, Luke is caught in the midst of a battle for Harlem in between two powerful families that have been at odds for decades. This season had the feeling of some of my favorite shows ever, like The Wire or The Sopranos, where there are bad guys you can root for and protagonists that have done some questionable things in the pursuit of what they think is righteous. With his singular focus being on his town, Luke realizes that one man, no matter how strong, cannot break the cyclic nature of the game, and decides that the best way to deal with gangs and drugs is not head on by force, but by guiding it around the place that he loves most, Harlem. That's what makes this season so damn compelling. It is so muddied. The black and white view of the world that Luke has been changed forever, and it has left us viewers questioning the hero we rooted for the past 2 seasons. Now here's my rankings for the top 10 characters of Luke Cage Season 2. Unhonorable mention to the worst character on the show, the shadiest person alive, Ben Donovan. If you like or relate to this dude in any way, you are a terrible person. Number 10, Claire. The night nurse was a constant source of comfort and support in Luke's life before he eventually pushed her away with his rage. She tried to stay as long as she could out of love for Luke, but everyone has their limits. Although she was only here for a few episodes, she was a major player in the early seasons of The Defenders. It looks like she may not be back with the series after this, and if that's true, it sucks because she was an awesome character for years. Salute to the night nurse. Number 9, Piranha. When he was introduced, he felt like a side character who wouldn't be seen again, but look at him now in the top 10. Piranha was shady as hell, but he was hilarious in almost every scene he was in. The key to Mariah's money eventually got caught in Bushmaster's sights and was done for, but he was great while he was there. Number 8, Danny Rand. Danny was only really in for 1 episode, but he was awesome in it. Iron Fist was my least favorite of all the individual Defender shows, but Finn Jones seemed to get much more comfortable playing the role of Iron Fist, and he delivered a solid performance here. Danny was a much needed change of pace for Luke and really helped him refocus. An added bonus of Danny being around were the crazy fight scenes, including this dope combo attack him and Luke put on. Number 7, James Lucas. One of Reggie Cathy's final roles, and like everything he did before, he absolutely nailed it. James Lucas was an admittedly flawed person. He did some very shameful things in his past, but he has seemed to have learned from them and had become a truly honorable person. He swallowed his pride and was able to go out and reconnect with the most important person in his life, and was a much needed mentor for Luke. Lucas was very wise and more often than not was seen dropping knowledge on other major characters. Number 6, Tilda Johnson. A medical doctor who specialized in herbal medicine, she ran a small shop in Harlem and first joined the fray when Bushmaster sought her out for ingredients for Nightshade. The daughter of Mariah, conceived during rape by her own uncle, learned of her heritage during one of the most heartbreaking scenes of the entire show. Tilda herself never wanted any part of her family's business, but was dragged in by her mother's manipulation. Eventually, a person can only take so much abuse, and after seeing her mother for who she truly was, she conspired with Bushmaster to end her reign. When Bushmaster was stopped by Luke, Tilda took matters into her own hands, killing her mother and with a kiss, ending the Stokes' reign over Harlem. Number 5, Shades. Mariah's right-hand man and love interest, Shades was the most steady person in her life able to keep a cool head and strategize when shit hit the fan. Shade's big mistake was bringing in his childhood friend and maybe lover Comanche into the organization. Comanche's betrayal shook Shade to the core and gradually tore him down mentally. Shade, like most well-written characters, wasn't all bad. He had some complexity to him and had a moral code against killing people not in the game if not necessary. Shades was a very loyal character, but after the massacre at Gwen's, he knew he couldn't stand with Mariah and turned snitch. Unfortunately for him, after Mariah's death, his deal fell through and he was arrested in the season finale. Number 4, Mariah Dillard.
Stokes. Mariah Stokes.
Sorry, my bad, Mariah Stokes. First off, shout out to Alfre Woodard for doing such a great job of making me hate her character. In the beginning of the season, Mariah planned to go legit through insider trading, but her scheme was disrupted with the arrival of Bushmaster. But once shit hit the fan, Mariah went full villain and embraced her psychotic nature, committing numerous evil acts that caused even hardened thugs to pause. Miss Stokes was such a force of evil that she had me mad at Luke for trying to prevent her murder. Black Mariah was a master manipulator, able to use everyone around her to get whatever she wanted, and uncaring enough to discard them at a moment's notice after she got what she wanted. The effects of her presence will be felt even after her death, as she planted one more seed in Luke from jail by giving him Harlem's paradise. She plans to corrupt him with the power just like it did so many others before them. Number 3, Misty Knight. Strong and consistent this entire season, Misty is not one to put up with the BS and will call anyone out if they need it. It took Misty an episode or 2 to get going after losing her arm in the Defender series, but she was dope in season 2. Misty, in her desperation to take down Cockroach, almost went against her moral code, but outside of that has been a steady rock for Luke on the side of the law. Misty also creeped more to the vigilante side when she actually quit before her captain's death, but looks to be back behind the shield for the time being, so we'll have to wait a bit for the heroes for hire. It was cool to see her and Luke's partnership grow as the season went along. It was fun to watch those two before Luke went all Godfather on us. Number 2, Luke Cage. Luke had a lot going on this season and his personal demons came to a head as he had a lot of soul searching to do. Luke holds a lot of the blame for the events of season 1 inside, and it showed here as his frustration with the cyclical nature of crime shifted his moral compass. Luke was absolutely brutal at times this season and lost his cool a lot, eventually scaring away Claire from him. Seeing no other way to quell the violence that the power vacuum Mariah's death caused, he decided it was best to no longer fight head on but to mediate the game around Harlem. This decision will no doubt bring forward an interesting debate on right and wrong and doing whatever it takes to save Harlem. I really hope this choice sends waves throughout all the Marvel Netflix shows, and the Defenders react to the new change in Luke. Number 1, Bushmaster. One of the best villains in the entire MCU, Bushmaster was a force this season and commanded attention in every scene he was in. Bushmaster, although being a murderer, was able to get you to pull for him. Rare for a villain, not really an anti-hero, to be so relatable. He had a tragic backstory, with the Stokes family not only killing his mother but also making an attempt on his life years later. Ironically, the Stokes family's greatest threat gained his powers as a result of the Stokes' attempt on his life. Bushmaster was extremely strong and durable, able to go head up with Luke a couple of times during the season, but his powers came with a cost, as the plant that gave him his incredible strength also wrecked his body and mind. As the season came to a head, the combination of the increased Nightshade use and his own personal need for vengeance against Mariah tore him down. Hopefully Bushmaster is back in form in season 3 and plays a major part again. Thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with this list and who were your favorite characters this season. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and share. I'll be posting more videos like this soon. Peace.
Tell your friends about me.